Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Vicky Spencer-Kibble from VASK Therapy, and I help professionals with their grief and stress and anxiety whilst improving their sleep. And certainly at the moment, we've got new kinds of anxiety coming into place all the time. There's something called Doomscrolling at the moment, which is something that I'd really like us to be aware of for our children. Because in uncertain times, information is what we crave. And children obviously do that off us as adults and parents and grandparents and teachers and everyone else who surrounds our children. Our children always want the information, but a lot of us obviously spend a lot of time on mobile devices, on laptops, on tablets, and we certainly see a lot of children using them constantly now. So doom scrolling is where we're literally seeing all that negative information all the time. And even my own daughter does say, she's heard so-and-so and so-and-so, and I say, and where have you heard that from? Because kids take it in all the time, they take in everything. And I was with a child the other day who actually said the words, coronavirus is everywhere. And that was quite shocking because that was a really younger than the age of 5, this child was, and said it twice to me, not just once, twice. So that was learnt behaviour. She'd heard that from someone. So I think it's really good as adults for us to realise that doom scrolling, when they are literally scrolling through negativity, and teenagers as well, scrolling through that negativity all the time because they're craving information in these uncertain times, as are we need to protect ourselves and our children. So be aware what you're scrolling through, because little ones have a tendency to always be watching what you're doing, and then also picking up your tablet or your phone or your laptop after you. And if you've left something open or it's on your history, they can then again look at what you've been doom scrolling and take it all in, because all that learned behaviour is all affected in our childhood. So just be aware of that. I thought of something the other day that I thought was a really good idea that we could all have, is obviously our children aren't always in our possession around us, they are with other people. So when we're out and about and we can finally see friends and family, but safely, then I think between mum and dad, or between parents or grandparents, whoever it be, it'd be really good if we have a safe word, and that safe word would be to change the conversation. So even though we're doom scrolling and we're taking in that information, don't talk about it, because that's what leads us to take it in even more. If we're looking at it and we're taking that information, but we change the conversation when the kids bring it up, then they don't take it in as much. So it's really important to have that safe word. You can choose whatever you want, a safe word the kids wouldn't think of as well, obviously, just to change that conversation and veer it away from something that is really negative into something that is positive. And it can work for a lot of things, that technique can, so we don't bring that anxiety onto our children as well, especially as we go in. We're obviously going into the 6 weeks holiday, and the children go to different people, and they'll be going back to school certainly shortly. Just make sure you've got that safe word that you can flip that conversation. And if they are watching what you're looking at, or don't have the TV on when they're in the same room because you're listening for that information for yourself, just have that safe word and also detach from the conversation. Don't go into the conversation about it. Change it straight away. You can do it instantly. Kids will laugh at YouTube videos on cats and dogs and everything else, babies doing something silly. So you know that you can change their thought process instantly. So that was just a top tip of the day that I kind of became very aware of the other day when I had this little one younger than 5 actually say coronavirus is everywhere to me, not just once but twice. And I thought that was obviously learnt behaviour. It's nobody's fault. She's just picked it up from somewhere. and we really need to detach it. So I engaged no conversation with that whatsoever. I didn't even acknowledge the comment, because I don't want that stress and anxiety getting worse in that child as well. So just a top tip of the day. And guys, have a wonderful weekend. It's Sunday, and it's it's a special time to spend with family and friends. So speak to you later, and remember, inspire to achieve and achieve to inspire. Have a wonderful weekend, guys.